All right, let's try this one more time. Well, not one more because I said I'm going to do it every day. So here's day 2 of my public service announcement, trying to warn you guys before the storm. If our economy continues in the direction that it's going right now, it is going to be horrific. They are banking, if you ask me, on people losing their jobs and their homes. And then the big conglomerates, the hedge funds, can come in and buy them at a discount. But let me tell you, when we had COVID, right, we had so many big hedge funds buying houses, buying up the street. But the problem was interest rates was also low and people had jobs. They still continued to have their jobs. They could work from home. They learned how to do things on social media. So the big conglomerates overpaid. That's the reason why house prices got jacked up, because they overpaid for these homes. So now they ready to come back and be like, we fix to get them at a discount. So here's the thing. Get in a mortgage before it happens. Some people say, well, what if I buy when it happens? You're going to be going up against the big wigs. You think trust me, I've been there. I was an agent during COVID. And although I had a ton of clients and a ton of business, it was probably the worst. Because again, every time I put an offer in, I was going up against 50 to 100 other offers. And a majority of them were cash from hedge funds. We didn't have a snowball's chance in hell a lot of the times. And I would have to beg my clients. Many of them, said this, God said this at the time, clearly, and walked away. Some of them stayed the course and we wound up getting them in there. But the reality is, it was a very, very tough time because there was a lot of demand. So you don't want to ever buy a house when there's a lot of demand. You buy a house anytime, but I'm just saying it's tougher to buy a house when there's a lot of demand, because you're going to pay top dollar. You're not going to get any closing costs and things of that nature. So, right now, everything is, sellers are reducing the prices of the homes. They're giving closing costs. They're paying, the agents for the buyer. They're doing all those things. I'm, telling all my listing people, look, pay the buyer's agent right now, because again, there's not a lot of demand. But when I tell you, when this thing tanks, it's going to be demand. And if you're not under a mortgage, you're probably going to wind up having your rent double on you, or you're probably going to wind up having to get out of the property that you're in, because one, your landlord may have lost the property, or two, your landlord will have sold the property to one of those big hedge funds, right? So you're going to put your family in jeopardy. Buy now, hold later. If you lose your job, guess what? You can call the mortgage company and say, I lost my job. You see the economy. Put me on a modification. Stall my payments, for 3 months, 6 months, while I'm trying to find another job. Take the interest away. Just let me pay the principal. Do whatever it takes to keep me and my family in this house, and they will do it. Simply because, according to federal law, after 2008, mortgage companies have to prove that they did everything in their power to work with you before they can take your house. But your landlord doesn't. Okay? I do want to reiterate again. If you pay your landlord and your landlord does not pay the mortgage on your house that you live in, that is a felony. A lot of landlords did that in the 2008, 2009 thing. That is a felony. So make sure, and if you get one notice or someone shows up at your house taking pictures, talk to them. Open the door, talk to them. If it may be the bank, talk to them and see if you can start paying them directly, and they can give you what's called cash for keys. As long as you don't damage the property and all that stuff, they will give you money to walk out that door peacefully. Right? So they don't have to litigate against you and, do a lot of repairs to the house. So I'm just trying to get y'all prepared, because the stock market is dropping every single day. So I'm going to do these every day. It can be crazy, y'all. It can be crazy. The shelter that you have is being in your own house. That's in your name. Deed is in your name. Again, I keep telling y'all, just because the mortgage company has a lien against your property for how much you owe them doesn't mean they're the owner of that property. They're foreclosing their lien if something happens. They're not taking your house. They're foreclosing their lien. So if they get paid off, they remove their lien. And it stays your house, as it always was your house. So stop thinking it's the bank's house. It's your house. Now, God forbid if a bank takes your house, make sure that you keep the house up until the day you walk out of it, because you want it to sell for more than you owe the bank at the courthouse. Because they have to give you every single dime that they collected. Well, actually, the courthouse is going to collect it. It's a sheriff deed. They're going to collect it. So they have to give you more every dime that they collected over what you owe them. They foreclosed a house for $100,000 and it went at the courthouse auction for $150,000. That's the $150,000 that belongs to you, the owner of that property. They can't keep anything other than what their lien is for. The rest of that money belongs to you. I've seen some people get out, look at life, look so dreary. The house got foreclosed on, they got a big old check because the house sold for a lot of money. Because it's their house. Right? It's their house. The bank is only owed the money amount on their lien. The balance on the home loan lien. That's all they're owed. The house is worth more than that in most cases. Because houses appreciate in value, go up in value. So you don't want to lose it, but that doesn't mean it's going to be the bad thing. And we have loans that one day out of foreclosure. So you can get the money from the foreclosure and pay down on the next house and be in a house before the week is up. Or within 2 weeks. Because you can put down the money from the foreclosure onto the next property and be on to the next house. It is so many, avenues out there to win, y'all. Foreclosure is not the end of the world. But you don't want that. You want to stay in your house. And you can stay in your house as long as you can prove to them you don't have a job. You lost your job due to the economy, They have to work with you. Not should, not want to be, not thought about it. They must, by federal law, they must work with you. Because they have to prove before they can take it that they tried. Okay? They have to document it. Phone calls, mailings, everything. They have to document it before they can take that house to the courthouse and foreclose. Okay? Get in a mortgage. Call me. I will get you in a home quick, fast, and hurry. 770-896-1398. Get in a house before all this crap happens. Okay? And do not wait till it happens, because you're not going to get nothing. You're not going to get a house when you're going up against billion-dollar hedge funds. How you gonna win when you're trying to get you got a 580 credit score and you're trying to get some money out your 401k, you're trying to get the down payment assistance, and they like, well, this person want to buy it in 7 days and pay in full cash. Please hit the street before they hit the street. Okay? Hit the street before the hedge funds hit the street. Buy these homes before the hedge funds get to them. All right? 770-896-1398. You will hear this again tomorrow.
I think it will be until the housing market crashes due to AI removing people's jobs. How long? I don't think it's going to be much longer, especially with the fluctuation of the precious metals, cryptocurrency market is going to start dropping. It's going to happen. Anytime those precious metals pump like they do, the market always crashes.
Ooh.
Well, that's been my experience anyways. How long? Because once AI...
Precious metals are up right now. That's at the time of this recording. Ooh. Silver's at $89 an ounce and gold is at $5,200 an ounce. Estimated around there. Shoot. Don't be like me and started buying it when it was freaking $25. Hard assets doesn't just mean real estate. It also means gold, silver, and the digital asset, to me, is as good as the hard asset right now. Maybe I'm tripping, but I think I'm right on point. And you guys gonna figure it out. This is just my hint to you. I'm not saying buy gold, buy silver. Buy silver if it drops to around 65, possibly 70. I'm not a financial consultant licensed to do that. I'm just a licensed realtor. And everything I'm telling you right now is just for entertainment purposes. Don't take me at my word. I gotta say some shit like that. Because some of y'all gonna be like, Leon said, go ahead and buy some gold and silver. Bro, you can do whatever the heck you want to do. The market will crash. You can bet on it.
Takes over all these jobs for these people that are computer people, programming, databases, all that stuff, there ain't gonna be no more jobs. Nope. And those people aren't gonna have anywhere to live. And those people probably aren't gonna be able to keep their visas,
Hold on.
which means they're gonna have to go home.
How did he jump from place to live and visas? Hold on, I'm trying to get this. My dude, how do you jump from places to live and visas? Like, I thought we were talking about crash. Oh, what he's saying is that when the market crashes, people that are here on visas that have expired gonna have to find a place to live because they came here to work in the market, and the market isn't where it's supposed to be. That might be true. It might not be. I'm not 100%.
Which means their houses are gonna get foreclosed on probably, or they're gonna sell.
That's already happening. Already happening. Immigration, deportations are affecting houses going into foreclosure. I did a video on it. Go check it out. In Texas is where I'm seeing it the most.
There's going to be so many houses for sale that you can go buy you a big ass house for next to nothing. That's what's going to happen. You watch. May not happen overnight, but it'll be a gradual bleed out. And if those people are smart, they won't try to stick around and keep it. They'll sell it and leave. The world's about to get wild. And it's all going to be because of AI. AI is going to change the whole landscape of our employment. The whole employment landscape is about to change because of AI. Anyways, let me know what you think.
My man is right. I kind of believe the layoffs right now aren't because of AI. It's because they want to actually put AI in the position, see if it works. And then when they discover that AI doesn't work as good as it does, as they say that it does for that position, then they bring somebody back and they pay them less. But the reality of it is I'm already using AI for workflows and creation and stuff like that. It hallucinates. It hallucinates. The sheer thumbnail for this video, for this hangout, was done through AI. And I had to produce 7 of them until I actually got the right one. 7 of them. Yeah. 7 of them. Damn. Ooh, this is about to be, oh my gosh. Homeboy's not wrong. Hey guys, like, subscribe, follow. I appreciate you guys for looking out. This is just a lunchtime hangout. I do this Monday through Friday. We're going to always have a different topic, and you always are different topics. And you always going to get my mind, my insight. I'm talking 20 years of real estate. Now I got to go make some phone calls. I got to find some deals. I got to hop off. Like, subscribe, follow. I will see you guys. Jump on the Georgia list. Get that Georgia list. Peace.